What celebrity have you never forgiven since an incident?
Will Smith after the Oscars incident. It wasn't some huge boycott thing for me, but it shifted my perception and the old charm just doesn't land the same anymore.
Neil Gaiman. He's trying to come back too. Sorry, Neil. I'm a Sanderson fan now.
Beyoncé for not letting any parents into the NICU to see their sick and premature babies, just because it was on the same floor as her when Blue Ivy was born. What a jerk. Edit. I know this seems trivial compared to most of these, but I was home with my baby son watching the TV with all these parents standing in a line at the hospital, just hoping to see their babies, and I was furious. Also, remember that time she played herself in Dreamgirls? Edit, edit. I knew the Bayhive would respond. Edit, edit, edit. I do not care if the hospital debunked this. I will believe a line of heartbroken parents being interviewed over ass covering. Carry on with your day if you really believe this was fake.
Andy Dick, for getting Phil Hartman's wife back onto drugs.
Used to love Red Hot Chili Peppers. Then I saw a video of them being really disgusting and sexually assaulting a woman during an interview. Like all of them trying to pull and push this woman pretending they were having sex with her, and I just can't listen to them anymore. Also vile that her co-host did nothing to stop them, just laughed. Kevin Spacey, for being a sexual predator. I don't care that he wasn't convicted in the UK. I believe the people who say he did touch or assault them, many of whom have never brought a case against him, so have no motivation to make false allegations. I served Rachael Ray at a restaurant once. I made the mistake of one, speaking directly to her. I asked if she wanted a refill on her water, and two, touching her water glass as I refilled it. It was now dirty and she demanded a new glass. She complained about me to my manager about my lack of respect and tipped me nothing. Such a gross human.
I've never been a fan of hers. As far as I know, she isn't even a real chef, just a home cook with a bad attitude. Edit, her sausage fingers freak me out.
Jimmy Savile, Rolf Harris, and other child molesters. Noam Chomsky. I have a bunch of his books and followed him pretty thoroughly since 1995 for his critiques of political power and his work in linguistics. Imagine my surprise when he's been in several fairly personal and detailed email exchanges with Jeffrey Epstein, in addition to some photos of him laughing it up with Epstein and Steve Bannon.
And now he blames Ukraine for Russia's invasion. He has fallen so far. Serena Williams lost in the US Open final and ruined the trophy ceremony for her opponent, 20-year-old Naomi Osaka, who had just won her first major title in her career. Serena's tirade on the microphone during her speech when she received her second-place trophy led to making Osaka cry and apologize to the crowd for winning. It was supposed to be the biggest moment of her life, and Serena selfishly ruined it.
Real "I'ma let you finish" vibes there.
Everyone implicated with Epstein. Neil Gaiman. Can't even look at his books. I loved his writing so much, and it kills me what a monster he is. I was hoping for more personal examples. Ex-CEO of eBay, Yahoo, and the first female engineer at Google, Marissa Mayer, called me a whore during a presentation at TechCrunch Disrupt in 2011. She had a magnificent fall from grace in 2017 that made me happy.
Noam Chomsky and his friendship with Epstein went so far, he defended him and called the victims hysteric, betraying, virtue-signaling sociopath.
In 1996, Jack Nicholson beat a prostitute very badly, got sued by her, and settled out of court for $40,000. Then she later died from the injuries to her brain. Edit, it looks like the rumors that she died aren't credible. She sued again in 2000 stating doctors told her she would die from her injuries, but there are no reports stating if she did or not.
Wait, Jack Nicholson killed someone?
Not as heinous as others, but Hugh Jackman for talking up his marriage for decades, then cheating on her with his co-star, Tawdry.
Jason Momoa. My husband met him at a comic convention when Aquaman first came out, and he was such an asshole. Acted very much like he'd rather be anywhere else.
Luckily, we still have Dave Bautista, who seems like a great guy.
Ariana Grande for licking those donuts and putting them back on the shelf. That's disgusting. Pretty sure it was a small mom and pop store too. Her going after numerous men who were already spoken for did it for me, but I drew the hard line when she went after her married co-star, whose wife was freshly postpartum, and then proceeded to release a "And What Are You Going to Do About It" song to throw it in the faces of everyone who dared to criticize her. She is a vile human.
Jamie Oliver and my curly chip buttered batch with gravy being taken off the school menu. I'm now 35 and I still feel the hate in my heart towards him.
Jerry Seinfeld, 100% a pedophile. If he happily dates a high schooler in public, then I don't want to know what he's done in private.
The sadly long list of people who've defended Roman Polanski. I have no idea why calling out pedophiles is such a hard thing to do. I really don't. Barbara Walters. Corey Feldman came forward about sexual abuse in Hollywood, claiming that the abusers were still in the industry, which he's been proven right about multiple times, by the way. And her response was, "You're damaging an entire industry."
Diddy, what a devil. And also, Tom Cruise jumping on Rosie O'Donnell's couch back in the day?
Oprah, who introduced the world to Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz.
Claire Balding for belittling that jockey about his teeth live on air. Absolutely terrible.
That whole situation with Kutcher and Kunis made their anti-exploitation work feel like the most hollow, hypocritical performance imaginable.
Their anti-exploitation is pretty much just surveillance software anyway. It was a competent farce.
Wyclef Jean stole earthquake money that was supposed to be used to rebuild Haiti. R. Kelly. I don't care where I am, if one of his songs comes on, I'm out. Can't separate the art from the person anymore.
Tom Cruise, after he felt he needed to comment on Brooke Shields' postpartum depression when he had no clue what he was talking about.
Brad Pitt's 6 children. Don't speak to him after what he did to their mother, and some of them. He got away with it, dragged his divorce out over years, suing his wife over and over, yet is still a beloved movie star getting great parts and living the good life. He made sure to basically ruin his wife's career too. I can't watch some of my favorite movies because that monster is in them.
This, when people complain about cancel culture. If there were such a thing, he, Mel Gibson, and Chris Brown would have never worked again.
Neil Patrick Harris, with the Amy Winehouse cake that looked like her corpse. Who the hell does that?
You don't just marry your adopted daughter and expect the world to just go with it. Don't forget the part where he also got Mia blackballed in all of Hollywood, too.
Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. It really helps. Subscribe for more and tap the bell so you don't miss the next one.